Good evening, football fans. Welcome to the TV5 broadcast of week number 2 of the 2006 football season. For tonight, the visiting 1-0 Liberty Center Tigers, fresh off a 14-6 win over Tenora. The Tenora Rams will take on the 1-0 Montpelier Locomotives, who also were victorious in week 1 when they trounced Hicksville 49-0. My name's Tom Fry. I'll be standing in for Spike Whitman tonight, who's on a softball vacation in eastern Ohio. But never fear, we still have half of the legendary broadcast team. A man who has spent 10 years with Spike. I'm not sure if that gets you in heaven or gets you a medal, but it's Mr. Jim Leatherman. Also on the camera, we have no other than Landis Utopia Burmeister. Jim, we were together last year about this time, at a second week of the season last year at a home game at Liberty Center. And we almost had the same situation. Both teams come in undefeated, and we're facing the first game in the NWOAL. How do you see this going tonight?
Well, Tom, certainly a nice night for football. The field's in excellent condition, and both these teams, as you alluded to, undefeated at this point, and so they've got high expectations. They both played the Green Meadows Conference, and this Montpelier bunch can be pretty explosive. They've got some speed, and they answered their quarterback problems with a fresh back that seems to be up to anything going on. So, you know, there's a lot of hype involved in this game. In the preseason picks, they had Montpelier ahead of Liberty. Of course, those preseason picks are absolutely worthless, but should be a good game, Tom. I look forward to it. The Tigers maybe got some answers last week as they had to fill in with sophomores around the edges. So I think we're in for a good football team.
Sounds good.
Game.
I know we talked earlier before we got started here on the kickoff. We were talking earlier how important this game was. Both teams are 1-0. The winner will be 2-0. Liberty Center next week will face Evergreen at home, and this Montpelier team has the privilege of going to Patrick Henry and play them. So it's a big game for both of these teams.
Yeah, it's the first league game of the year, and boy, you want to get started right in that chase.
Grant Mercer with the ball up around the 20, 30-yard line. He gets back to about the 33-yard line on that return.
I think number 20 in there pretty good on a tackle. Jacob Howard.
Number 20 is Jacob Howard.
He had some help. They're saying Jacob Perchlick in there also. But pretty good coverage there on the kickoff. So Tiger defense will be ready to go there.
We have first and 10 at the, looks like the Montpelier 32-yard line. The quarterback for Montpelier will be Max Lamberson with the main running back in the backfield, number 33, Josh Daft. We'll set the Tiger defense a little bit later. Barry under center. Handoff. Daft's got the ball. He's hit. Struggles up over to 35 to about the 37. 44 is Shoemaker.
Yeah.
And looks like Damian Mays on the tackle.
Exactly. But, boy, there was a hole right there initially. But it closed quickly and just along 4 yards, I guess.
That'll leave second and 6 from the 37-yard line. Jim, this Daft kid, was the one that came into Liberty Center last year. He had rushed for 350, 60 yards against Hicksville last year.
And I remember the Tigers were able to close him down early. Maybe even he got a slight injury there.
Handoff straight up the middle. Straight up the middle.
Tiger left side plugging things up there.
I think it was number 20, McCarty. It looked like the nose tackle.
25 in there, I think. Tate Slee stopping things up for the Tigers.
We're going to try to get the Tiger defense in here. We got nose tackle, looks like Philip Miller. We have Honacki at a tackle. Kyle Hesterman at an end. Quigley at a tackle. And we got Weekers outside linebacker.
Philip Miller's in there.
Yeah. Hefflinger and Slee at the quick pass over the middle. It's right in his hands, but he was hit right away by Damian Mays. Yeah,
that was bang coverage. That pass, you could say, almost should have been caught, but how you going to hang on to it when a piece of dynamite's wrapping into you like that?
He timed that perfectly. So we're going to come up here with 4th and 3 from about the 39-yard line, and it appears they changed teams. They're going to have the punt team on, but after last week, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see any sign of a punter in there, Tom. But We'll see.
I think number 2, it's the quarterback.
He is.
Oh, here we go. Here.
Yep,
the quarterback is the punter, so we're going to have to be careful there. Derek Hefflinger is the only man back on this punt. Barry gets the punt away. It's going to go way out of bounds over here around the Tigers' 40-yard line.
Boy, that didn't gain him
That's about
20, 22, 3 yards is all, Tom. So great first defensive stand by the Tigers. You always want a 3 and out, any way to get it, and get your hands on the ball, and
yes, we do.
Away you go.
Be 1st and 10 from Liberty at the. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it at the 42.
We should have made note that the Tigers did win the coin flip, but elected to defend.
Play defense, and that strategy worked. They got the ball right back.
Yes, sir.
Around midfield. Okay, we have Tip Lady over center. Slee in the backfield. Tip Lady back to pass. Pressure's on. He gets away. Throws it. Incomplete. A little bit high for Derek Hefflinger. And he helped break up the pass to save an interception, I do believe.
Yeah, Tip Lady showing good quickness of foot back there. Looked like they had him on a rush, but he sort of ducked under that, stepped up, and was ready to pull the trigger. And number 3 out there, Derek Hefflinger, kind of broke his pattern off and thought, well, this is where I'm supposed to be. And it didn't quite work. But Tip Lady put that ball on his hip nice.
Yes, he did, yeah. He hit the ball very well. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 42. We're going to get the offensive set here in a little bit. Tip Lady calling the signals. Hefflinger in motion. Up. Tip Lady with the ball. Penalty flag here. Knocked out of bounds for about a yard gain, but we got a penalty flag on the play.
I'm not sure whether that was planned or whether Slee was supposed to take that as a handoff there. It just looked just a little bit awkward, but Tip Lady pulled that out, and he figured, well, upfield's the way to go, and couldn't quite get around the corner without one of those yellow marker coming in there.
The ball is holding on Liberty Center. I think Montpelier's going to take it, push Liberty Center back deeper into their own territory.
Thinking about the Tigers' first game last week, Tom, it really was pretty clean. There wasn't that many penalties walked off, I didn't think.
I think Liberty had around 40-some, and the other team had about, Sonora had about 20. So you're right, it was a very clean game.
Yeah, for a first game,
Well, that holding penalty, will give Liberty still have the ball, but it's going to timeout Liberty Center. Still give Liberty Center the ball, but it'll be now, instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 2nd and 23. So we got a little timeout here. We'll go with some sponsors, Jim.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry in Liberty Center. Tiger Shop with Bob and Julie Shaddy. We have a new one on here, Railside Market Meat.
Oh, he can supply for any party or anything.
We've had some of that on the grill, Jim. It's great.
Anything you got going on, see Bob Miller there, and he'll hook you up.
Holgate Metal Fab with Jeff and Todd Spangler. K&K Collision with Kyle Kern, state-of-the-art body work and all mechanic work. Henry County Bank with Bill Wendt with locations throughout the county. Swanton Welding with Ryan, Norm, and the other Norm Zider. The Dugout with Steve and Catherine Parasini. Hills Asphalt with Randy Hill. Trucker's Paradise with Lynn and Jerry Ripke. Open 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. And her, how many kinds of pies?
I don't
57.
know. Yeah, it must be at least that many.
Wonderful.
They're all good.
Pies. Skybank and Liberty Center. Pizzanello Pizza with Craig and Sherry Myers. Home of the slice to go for $1. Featuring 2 per day buffets. Okay, Liberty Center's, we're back to the action here. Liberty Center faces 2nd and 23 from their own 29-yard line. Hand off to Sager, I think. Sager's cut back to the inside, back out. He finally gets tackled up over the 40 to about the 43-yard line.
Yes, that was Ryan Sager, and nifty carry and a couple good blocks right up tight on the line of scrimmage, and he got an awful lot of that yardage back.
He got, I think he got,
Tom?
He got about 14. He got about 14 yards and just past the original line of scrimmage. So now it leaves 3rd and 8 from the Liberty Center 43. Break to huddle. Stacy at center. Spicer and Weekers at the guard. Miller and I can't pick up the other tackle yet, but Tip Lade is barking out the signals. He's back to pass again. Rushes on. He's sacked. He got hit in the backfield by number 5, Brant Mercer.
Yeah, everybody kind of figured maybe pass, Tom, and and that's what he tried to do. And, you know, it's okay for him to eat that ball. I think figuring last week and this week, that's the first time he's really been trapped. Once last week, I thought he should have gone ahead and eat it, but, you know, you don't want to do that. You never want to do that. But that's better than, you know, something bad that could happen. So
we got Wes Shoemaker back in punt formation from the 34-yard line, deep for Montpelier's Lamberson and Moore. Lamberson's very dangerous. Moore's going to let it bounce, it's going to roll and roll. Dan Irving will down it inside the 20-yard line, down around the 17 or 18-yard line.
Good punt. He got some distance on that, Tom, and, you know, basically unreturnable. Kicked it away from him a little bit, and he elected not to try it, and, of course, the coverage was there, too. So,
Jim, I don't know if my math is right, but that was about a 48-yard punt.
Well, I wasn't adding up those haste marks either, but I've got to believe it's right there about.
Yeah. Okay, it's Montpelier, 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. We'll get the Tigers' defensive backfield. Looks like Mays, Hefflinger, Shoemaker, and Dan Irving. Back to pass. He completes it out to Lamberson. Irving's trying to get him. It looks like we're going to have a face mask call on that one.
Yeah, Tate Slee and Dan Irving out there to make the stop. Quigley's in there at one of the tackles at the left defensive tackle, I believe, Tom.
Well, that's a gain of 14 yards, and if they decide what kind of face mask call this is going to be, whether it's going to be unintentional, it's just to be a 5-yarder.
All right.
It will be a 5-yarder tacked on, which will probably put the ball up around the 36 or 37-yard line and give Montpelier a first down.
Yeah, anytime you tack additional yardage on an already pretty good play, that changes field position in a hurry for the Locomotive.
Yeah, Barry and Lamberson just played a little bit of pitch and catch there, Jim, and got him a big first down. Barry under center. Daft in the backfield.
Nothing doing there.
Yeah, that was Daft with the ball up through the middle.
Yeah, there wasn't a hole, and he banged into the line of scrimmage.
Looks like Philip Miller getting up off the pile.
Yeah.
The bottom of it.
Actually, give him about a 2-yard loss or a 1.5-yard loss on that.
That's back to almost the 35-yard line. You're right, Jim. A loss of, they're calling it once. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the Montpelier 35-yard line.
Kyle Hesterman on that left defensive end position, and the way the field is right now, that's an important spot to be.
Lamberson, handoff to Daft, I think, this time.
Yeah, Kyle Hesterman was instrumental in plugging that up. Also, the left defensive tackle right there.
That'll bring up another loss, Jim, of a couple more yards.
Yeah.
Back inside the 35, almost to the 34-yard line.
Tom, our defense last week was an experiment because they had a lot of new people, didn't know where people were going to be. They were moving them in and out, as we talked about earlier. And, you know, things will begin to gel as the season progresses, but you just don't want to give up too many points.
Quigley's a new face in there tonight. Okay, Lamberson under center again. Or no, Barry under center. He's going to go back to pass. He's going to lob a long one out here, and it's going to be incomplete. Danny Irving on the coverage, along with Derek Hefflinger was over there also, but that ball didn't have much of a chance. He kind of threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, and he did really put some loft under it. I mean, that just kind of like, well, it looks like it's covered, so he floated her up there where it was out of harm's way.
That's going to be 4th and 15 from the, I have about 34-yard line.
Yeah, good defensive stand there on that second series for the Tigers. They had one penalty, you know, and then a pass to tack on pretty a few yards. Otherwise, so Tigers stuffed it.
We still only have one lone man back. That's Derek Hefflinger.
Ooh. Oh, Kyle Hesterman. I don't know how he didn't block that, Tom.
The ball, I think, hit Damian Mays in the back. Damian was blocking on number 5 from Montpelier. I think it hit him in the back of the leg.
Yeah.
Deflected over to Derek Hefflinger, and he jumped on it.
Yeah. Well,
wisely jumped on it.
You betcha. Even if you think that's the way it was, you just get on that ball and cover it. But a great rush by Kyle Hesterman, and I think he thought he had that blocked, and I don't know how he missed it. He was back there. He had time. He, you know, this kicker seems to kick with a sort of a sidewinder style there or something, and we don't quite have that angle of punt figured out.
Okay, we have 1st and 10 for Liberty Center from the 30-yard line. 6:47 left in the first period. Tip Lady, quick pitch to Mr. Slee. Tate Slee barrels his way up, bowls up almost to the 40-yard line. And,
strong 8 yards, I think, there, Tom.
Yes, it is. That's going to be a strong 8-yard. Bring up 2nd and short, 2nd and 2. Again, that's Brandon Stacy at the center. Brandon Stacy at center. And Philip Miller and Honacki at tackles. Looks like Joe Spicer and Perchlik at the guards.
Yep.
Tip Lady under center. 2 guys in the backfield. Handoff up the middle to Slee. That's Slager. Slager cuts in back out to the outside. Finally brought down up around midfield.
Yeah, Ryan Sager testing that right off tackle slot, kind of bounced along the line of scrimmage and saw a little grass outside there. Picked up another first down for the Tigers.
That's a real close to 10-yard gain. That's a key tonight, Jim. I think the thing is that last week they keyed on Slee. They need someone else to get the ball and do something with it.
Yep, everybody knew that would be the plan. Slee was 1,000-yard back from last year, and they figure, well, we're not going to let Slee beat us. Well, the thing is, he had a lot of carries, and he popped one 85-yarder, if I recall, and quite possibly the difference in the game.
I'll bet he was one sore man on Saturday morning. He took a lot of tackles the other night.
He did, and he hadn't practiced for a while because of a broken hand there.
1st and 10. There's the Slee right up the middle. Bulldozing, running over people. All the way down to the 40-yard. That's close to another first down.
Oh, man, just wasn't going to be stopped.
There was an initial hole there off the right side. I think that was a Philip Miller and Spicer on that side. But there was an initial hole.
Yep. Oh, if they show anybody, any Tiger back a hole, but particularly Slee, you get him started, and then he is one load to try and stop.
I don't think it was even touched for 5-6 yards, and he just plowed it out for another 5. I think they're going to measure this one, Jim. It's going to be that close. 5:56 left in the first period.
I think
measurement is first down, Liberty Center.
Yeah, I think
just enough.
It's a great time of the season. You know, you've got a game under your belt. You just love the competition, and you can't wait to line up against another opposing jersey, and so they're beginning to feel some confidence the way they run up to that ball to the line of scrimmage, and they're just beginning to develop their own identity, Tom.
Jim, I think they'll just get better every week. That's the key. That's what Mr. Lindgren, Coach Lindgren, said he wanted to do. Tip Lady barking out the signals. There's Slee again with the ball. He bulldozes up over the 40 to about the 37, 38-yard line, gain of just a couple on that play. That'll bring up probably 3rd and 8.
A nice ball control drive here. They're using some clock and, getting a feel of things. And just,
Jim, we got to remember another thing here. I think this whole offensive line is brand new from last year. This is only their 2nd game as a unit, so they'll get better too.
Yep, I think you're right.
Tip Lady back to pass. He throws wide open as Hefflinger. Wide open down around the 24-yard line.
Yep.
That's a gain of almost 14 yards. That should be good for another first down, Jim.
Tip Lady has really impressed people with not having had any snaps. We had good quarterbacking in previous years, and somehow Tip Lady didn't get his opportunity. But here he is, a senior, came on the scene last week, cool, calm, collected, didn't make any mistakes, and shows a good arm and some nifty footwork back there.
He's doing some nice play fake. He puts that on his hip. Nobody knows where it's at.
He must have big hands.
And he rifles it out there. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He's got the ball again. He's going to roll left. Throw, just over the head, I think, of Derek Hefflinger in the flats over here. He had a little pressure from
he did.
From number 5 there from Montpelier. That would be Brant Mercer. Was putting the pressure on him. He didn't have as much time as he really wanted to.
No.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10, Jim.
Tip Lady showing good arm strength on a pass like that, and he has quite a reputation there on the old baseball team.
Mm.
Yeah, he'll get 2 strikes on the batter and then just keep right on challenging him instead of wasting a pitch or something. And so he's got good confidence in his arm.
Okay, Hefflinger on the wing left. 2 guys in the backfield. It'll be Sager with the ball. Off the left side. He's in the secondary. Cuts back to the right. He could go. He's gone.
Yep.
Touchdown. 24 yards out.
Oh, Ryan Sager just followed his block, and maybe you see him, 64, who else? 84. Hesterman out there, and they led him up maybe to the 7, 8, 9 yard line, and he cut off to behind him there. Beautiful run. What can you say, Ryan Sager?
The key to that play, I think, Jim, is once he gets in the secondary, the guys from the other side come and block downfield, and he picks up on those blocks and cut back against them. It was a good play.
But I mean, he was running under control and showing good speed.
Well, Jim, we're going to look here. We got sophomore Brian Bush to snap.
It's
Hefflinger to hold, and Tony Smith puts it right through the middle. He's 3 for 3 this year, Jim.
Yep.
He was 2 for 2 for last week and 1 for 1 this week. So
Tony Smith, a big fellow there,
senior,
219 pounds in our program.
But we had a great snap from Brian Bush and a good hold from Derek Hefflinger.
Yep, that's all part of it. That has to be precision, Tom. But what a drive! What a positive drive! Couple nice passes there from Tip Lady. And then some good running, Slee, and then Ryan Sager. The Tigers are on the board.
Jim, I'm not so sure. I think that drive started down around the 30-yard line. That's about a 70-yard drive. That would be 4:51 left in the first period. The Tigers do lead 7-0. I'm going to get in a few more sponsors while we're waiting here for the kickoff. So Spees Trailer Court with Rick Spees, B.A. Miller and Son Trucking with Norma Miller, L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating with Bill Tiplady, and Dan and Francis Brown. Davis Farm Supply, Grandma Karen, Uncle Kurt with Kelly Todd, and Delden Liberty Center. Liberty Center Consulting Group with Mark the Captain and Jody Bly. Schaefer Truck and RV Sales and Rentals with Terry and Todd Schaefer on Road 10 between D and C and D in Fulton County.
Yeah, put them in Fulton County.
Put them in Fulton County. Miller Brothers Trucking and Napoleon with Skip Miller, Eon Industries with Judy Leininger, Dawn Bender, Mitchell Farm Equipment with Tom, Pat, Barb, and Mike Mitchell. Okay, we're going to have a kickoff here by Evan Tiplady. Oh, it's a little squibber to the right. The lineman up front bounced on top of it. I don't know if he meant to do that or he just missed it, Jim.
I think that looked like a play. I think they were going for the surprise, going to try perhaps an onside-er.
Well, sometimes those boys up front don't have the best of hands. Maybe that's what they were hoping on.
Well, yeah, but, the boy in the powder blue jersey there, Locomotive, did what he needed to do. Don't try to pick it up.
Job. Don't pick it up.
Just curl around that, and it's your ball.
Well, okay, we're going to have 1st and 10 for Montpelier from their own 43-yard line, 4:51 left in the first period. Defense is
Weaker's over here on the left.
Outside linebacker. Barry under center. Hand off to Daft again off the left side. He goes nowhere. He got a little, but not too much. It looks like Hesterman down underneath. Hesterman made the play, and we're going to give him maybe 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 45-yard line. Clock running. Jim, the defense so far is looked pretty good on this pretty high-powered type offense.
I think they have. They've given up a pass or two, but pretty much they've stuffed them right on the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what you like to see.
Barry's back to pass. A little throw complete to Lamberson. He's brought down to Hefflinger, Mays. Perschlick was over there. That's going to be a gain of probably about 10 more yards. That's going to be a first down for Montpelier.
Yeah, and you
Tiger 43-yard line.
Have to give the Montpelier boys credit on that. That quarterback was receiving a little bit of pressure, and he rolled out to his right and still was able to deliver a well-thrown ball.
I think Barry last week was his first real game competition. He only threw 5 passes last year. But this year, or last week, he was 8 of 13 for 173 yards and did have a touchdown to that same receiver, Lambertson. Here's a quick pitch to 32. Hesterman just missed him, but he made him go outside.
Yeah, I know, man. Who got him over there?
Marcus Newell was the ball carrier. Looked like Perschlick come in to finish him off. I didn't get the numbers there.
All right, we're giving Jacob Perschlick credit for that one, and he got one just earlier, so he's playing some tough defense out there right now. Hesterman putting good pressure. I mean, he penetrates or whatever the call is. I mean, he can just about wreck an offense personally.
That brings up 2nd 11 from the Liberty Center 45-yard line. Barry back to pass again. Looking downfield, the rush is on. Hesterman spins him around. He throws, way overthrown. But again, Hesterman was wreaking havoc back here.
Hesterman was double teamed there on the line of scrimmage.
Wait a minute, Jim. I think that was Quigley, number 88. Number 88 was back there.
Is that right? Okay.
I think it was number 8. I think that was Mr. Quigley's back there.
Yeah, I think.
I saw an 8, and I didn't know.
Yeah. What do you got on that, cameraman? You got a replay for us there, Landis, or we're not quite ready to do that yet?
Big Adam Quigley. He's a 6'2", 205-pound junior.
Well, I'm kind of wondering how Hesterman fought off a double team and still was able to get that kind of team on there. Actually, he didn't then.
Yeah. Okay, that brings up 3rd and 11 from the 44. Barry back to pass again. Here's the pass. That's a little screen to Lamberson. He cuts back to the inside. He fumbles the ball. There's a scramble. I think Montpelier got it back. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the signal is still Montpelier's ball, but man, he barely had a handle on that.
I'm not sure who got it, but Jim, I thought they had him hemmed in. He made a good move back to the inside.
Yeah.
And they knocked the ball loose, but that's going to be, they're going to take a timeout here to measure that. That little fumble got him a first down maybe. That's down around the Liberty Center 34. The line of scrimmage was at the 44, so it's going to be, yeah, Jim, that was good enough for a first down. That little fumble at the end is a little dangerous, but it got him a first down. Again, at Lamberson, he connected with Barry last week for a 71-yard touchdown pass, so those two play a little bit of pitch and catch. They're a dangerous combination.
Yeah, well, their quarterback appears to be a pretty slippery guy, and showing some nice arm there too when he needs it. So Tiger secondary is going to be tested, and they're young back there.
Okay, Daft in the I formation behind Barry. Up. I think Mr. Quigley jumped off sides a little bit there. They drew him off.
Yeah, he might have made a little contact.
Got in that neutral zone. I think that's going to cost Liberty Center 5 yards. It is. That'll bring up 1st and 5 from the Liberty Center 28-yard line. It looks Montpelier's on the move, Jim.
Yeah. You know, you don't like penalties. You don't like them ever, but it's early in the season, and he just wants a piece of that other line of scrimmage so bad that...
Here's a handoff to Daft off the right side. Whoa, he's drilled. He is
Hefflinger,
drilled by Perchlick.
84, Hesterman.
Hefflinger. I don't know who hit him first, but he stopped his motion.
Yep.
It's a gain down to the 25, a gain of about 3 yards. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 2. 32 reporting into the game. Marcus Newell. Jim, I don't know. This is probably 4-down territory.
I would surmise that.
Yeah. Newell's in I formation or in the backfield. Here's the throw out to Lamberson again. He cuts to the outside. Danny Irving gets a handle on him. Kirchlick and can't get the other player. Drives him out of bounds finally after
44,
he gets down
Shoemaker over there too from his safety position. But Tom, the coaches are going to get all over that. They gave him about a 6-yard cushion. He's over there spread out, and there's nobody covering him for about 6 yards. Well, that's just an easy pitch out there, and then he's kind of one-on-one with whoever comes up to cover.
Well,
that's not good odds on that.
That was good enough for a first down and puts the ball down around the Tiger 11-yard line. Tigers are going to have to tighten her down now. Barry, a fumble on the play. Fumble on the play. They say Liberty's got the ball.
Tiger ball. 64, they're pounding on him.
Yeah, looks like Perchlick must have got it. It was a bad snap from center.
Wow.
Dropped the ball.
Whoa.
And we got, I don't know who we have.
Jacob Perchlick. They're giving him credit on the public address there, Tom.
At the 12, about the 11 or 12-yard line.
That's just about in time there to keep the Tigers away from their goal line.
That gives the Tigers a ball 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. 1:41 remaining in the first period. Tight formation, looks like double tight end. Hefflinger on the wing, left, right. He's finally at the right side.
Yeah.
Slee and I think Sager in the background. It's the pitch to Tater. Tate gets up over the 15 to about the 16 or 17 yard line. That'll be a gain of about 5 yard line, or 5 yards.
They'll probably try and power it out to a first down at least there, Tom, before maybe they open her up a little bit. But defense was getting kind of crowded on that. Few pass plays that really clicked, but one in particular that I'm sure that's apparent to you guys as you're watching here whenever they do show that we've got to come up and cover that split out.
Okay, it's 2nd and 5 from the 16-yard line. Tip lady under center. Hefflinger in motion. There's handoff straight up the middle to Tate Slee. He runs through people right on up to about the 29, 30-yard line.
Yeah, good for the Tigers. You get some momentum back here in their offense, just running it right down their throat. And has to be a little disheartening for the Locos there, Tom. They had a whale of a drive down there, got her turned down to the 12, and then stalled out because of a mistake, a turnover.
Yes, I think that was a gain of about 13 yards for Slee. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Under a minute to play, clock running. Tigers lead 7-0. Tip lady taking his time. Under center. Another pitch to Slee to the right side. They got Slee hit, breaks the tackle, spins forward for about another yard or two up to about the 37-yard line. The game was 7 more, Jim.
Oh yeah, now that was more than just a yard or two after that initial hit. The guy hit him low, but boy, he was rocking right on. Probably got another 3 yards out of that. Difficult guy to tackle. If you don't get Tate Slee right up front and on the line of scrimmage, he's going to get some yards.
I don't know if they'll get a playoff. It's under 10 seconds here. Tip lady under center. I don't know if they're going to snap one. It's a handoff to, I think this is Sager. Sager gets hit right at the 40 and stood up, flag on the play from the official out to the sideline here. We have a timeout with no time left on the clock. We're going to see what the penalty is. What could he possibly call from way over here?
I was just running through my mind reading about rule changes in high school. You're not supposed to do any spearing at all. And, you know, they always kind of talk about that and maybe gloss over it a little bit, Tom, but they're so worried.
It's a blocking below the low block.
That's the call, okay. Anyway, they're so worried about neck injuries and what all that there's a proper way to initiate contact. And but wow, that's putting the Tigers backwards, a big one.
Jim, we're going to have one last play with no time on the clock. 2nd and 12 from the 32-yard line. A handoff up the middle. I think that's
Slee again.
Tate Slee again, straight up the middle.
Man.
Up over to 35 to about the 37 or 38
Yeah,
yard
he got
line.
about 9 yards out of that.
9 or 10 yards again, which will bring up 3rd down and makeable. And I think that's going to be the end of the quarter.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of the quarter here with the score. Liberty Center 7, Montpelier nothing. Start of the second period. Tigers facing a 3rd and 4 from their own 37. They leading 7-0. Jim, we need 4 yards to continue this drive.
Yeah, it was a good quarter of football too by the Tigers.
Slee and Sager in the backfield. Here's a quick pitch to Slee to the left side. He got hit right. I don't think he's going to make it. He's a little bit short. It's going to be close.
Well, it's close enough. I bet you the Tigers find a way to.
He takes her up to the 39-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 1 or 2.
But
it's going to be a long 2, 4th and 2.
I can see them going for this.
Oh, they're going to measure it.
Sponsors. Give us some sponsors
get some more
there,
sponsors.
Tom.
Meyer Badenhop Insurance Agency with Glenn in the Napoleon office and Bob and Marge Rossick in Liberty Center, Ken and Robin Carpenter. Liberty Center Athletic Boosters Club. John Slagle in the memory of Donnie Sharp for those stinking rotten, no good yellow flags.
Looks like we're just about a foot, maybe 14, 15 inches, so you can bet the Tigers are.
Tip lady's still in there. I don't see our punter, 44, Wes Shoemaker. Maybe they're going to try to pull him off. We'll see. That's a big play, Jim.
Yeah.
If not, if they do not make it, they're going to turn the ball over around the 40-yard line to Montpelier. Barking out the signals. Quick pitch to Slee. He barrels over the left side. I think he's got a first down.
Oh, he got her and more.
He went over there, I think, behind Honacki and looked like Quigley. Be a first down for Liberty Center from the 43-yard line. That was a gain of about 4 yards on 4th and 1.
Yeah, when they got her down there as close as they did, you just had to feel that they knew they could get that kind of yardage whenever they wanted it, Tom.
We have Slee and Sager in the backfield. Tip lady jumps up, maybe he's calling an audible. Quick pitch to Slee again. He cuts back. There's 2 or 3 guys waiting on him in the backfield.
All right, they had that one sniffed out, but, you know, if you go to the well all the time, pretty soon they're going to see you going to the well, Tom, and find a way to do something about it.
That's back to about the 41-yard line. That could have been a loss of 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 12. 10:53 remaining in the second period. Tigers lead 7-0. 7-0.
Boy, time of possession's really got to be in favor of the Tigers here.
Tiplate under center, Hefflinger on the left wing. Oh, mix up in the backfield, I think. Fumble on the play. Fumble on the play on the handoff between.
Signal is to the Tigers yet.
I think the quarterback, Evan Tiplate, jumped on that ball to save it.
There were a couple Tigers hell-bent for getting on that ball, and that's what you do is, hey, what happened? Doesn't matter. It happened, and you get her covered up. And, boy, they were diving for it. But, yeah, there was a heck of a collision back there, Tom.
Yes, there was. That's back to the Tigers' 36-yard line, 3rd and 16. Loss of 3 or 4 more yards, 5 possibly. We'll see what they come up on this. I think that's Adam Siebernall, 6'1", 240-pound senior coming off the field.
Montpelier got some pretty good size across the line up there.
Okay, 3rd and 16 from the 36. We'll see what the Tigers come out with. Handoff straight up the middle to Slee. He is buried under, drove backwards. Driven backwards.
Well, that'll make it 4th and a mile, Tom, and somehow or other they, on that series, had Slee pretty well covered up.
Yes, they did.
Kind of surprised that we weren't utilizing Sager a little bit. He got some nice gainers out there. I mean, maybe a fake to Slee and a little pitch to Sager.
Wes Shoemaker in punt formation, standing back around his 25-yard line. There's a
official stop.
Time out. Montpelier, I don't think had. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys on the field.
Yeah.
I do believe so. That'll cost them a timeout, which could be big by the end of the half. They could maybe need that later. So we got 9:13 to go in the second period. Tigers still lead 7-0. Okay, we're back to the action. Wes Shoemaker back to punt, and standing at his own 25-yard line. Lamberson and Moore back. It's going to hit short and roll. Lamberson picks it up at the 35. Makes a couple cuts. He's hit and driven down. Who got that first hit, Jim?
Yeah, number 9, I believe that would be
that's Jordan Perdue.
Jordan
number
Perdue
9.
got the first contact.
And I do believe Hesterman was in on their tackle.
Not getting a lot of height on those kicks, but the coverage is there quick enough that wasn't a whole lot of return on it.
Well, we got 8:57 left in the second period. Montpelier has the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. The Liberty Center defense, we have Jordan Perdue out here on the right side at linebacker. Barry under center, barking out the signals. He's back to pass. Rushes on by
57.
Incomplete.
Now they say
57 has McClory.
Yeah, Chad McClory
had the pressure on him.
Whale of chase there, and also Perdue crashing off this outside right linebacker spot. Almost got there.
I think that's the key to their whole defense this year, Jim, is that you're not really going to know how many's going to come and where they're going to come from.
Yeah, keep everybody guessing.
Exactly.
And that can wipe off a pretty potent passing attack if you can, be, surprise them when you really need to, and
I think
certainly when you're not expecting it.
I think the whole idea is to befuddle the offensive lineman to miss a block or miss somebody coming through on a blitz. Barry back to pass again. He's going to keep the ball.
Yeah,
Jordan Perdue.
Right, he was fooled by nobody. He gave just a little token fake there, but the Tigers that were coming weren't buying it at all.
Jordan Perdue shoe tackled him there right about the 34-yard line. That's a loss of 5, make it 3rd and 15 for Montpelier. 8:24 on the clock and running. Perdue made a beautiful shoestring tackle.
Yeah, he did. Now, he's only been in there just a few plays.
Yes, he has.
He's
a
been
junior.
making an impact there.
Now he's going to go to the other side. And they're going to bring Weekers onto this side. Barry under center. He's back to pass again, looking downfield. Pressure, Honacki, long throw. Oh!
He caught it out there. Number 3. Whit Moore. Boy, you got to give that Montpelier receiver credit. We had him covered like a blanket. We had guys behind him. We had guys in front of him. But he timed his jump just right, Tom, and he reeled that thing in, and darn near a home run ball for him.
Yes, they had good coverage on it, but it's a gain of about 29 yards. Makes it 1st and 10 for Montpelier at the Tiger 37-yard line.
All right, we had him 3rd and 15.
We had him covered, yes, sir.
Thought we had him.
Barry to hand off to Daft off the left side. He's tripped up. First of all,
Shoemaker made contact at the line of scrimmage, and he's hurt.
He's rolling around on the
Looked
ground.
like he hurt his arm or something there as he tried to nail that big back right there at the line of scrimmage, Tom.
He gained up to the 33-yard line. That's a gain of about 4 yards, so it'll bring up 2nd and 6, while the 10 to the injured Tiger. Jim, just mentioned something here that the Liberty Center Tigers have won 11 consecutive times over the Locos the last 11 years. And
I don't see any reason why that ought to change, Tom.
Yeah. And there are these two teams are the original members of the NWAL that started in 1926. This is the 81st meeting of these two teams.
Man, that's a lot of gaming.
That is a lot of games, but unbelievably, with even 11 consecutive wins, the Tigers lead this series. 39 wins. Montpelier has 38, and there's been 3 ties over 80 years, previous 80 years.
That's about as close of a series as you can have.
If you do remember right, Jim, back in the early 90s, Montpelier gave us fits over here and over at Liberty Center with I think they had the Rose Boys.
That was one of Spike's trivia question. What team gave the Tiger the most fits in the 90s? And I don't know if anybody correctly guessed that it was indeed the Locomotives. I mean, they seem to have our number. But boy, if we've won 11 in a row.
Yeah. And we still are only 1 ahead in the series.
Wow.
So, yeah, in 1993, Jim, the Tigers actually lost to Wauseon, the state champions in their division, and they also lost to Montpelier over here. So we actually ended up with 2 league losses and still won the state champion, or we were in state finals in 1993.
Well, it just shows to go. You got to play them one at a time and take on all comers and let it get sorted out at the end. The thing is to excel and achieve during the regular season, and then that second season might come to you.
I think it shows also how tough the NWAL is.
Oh, yeah. I believe I heard while I'm driving around there that they've had 4 state champions come out of our league, and that's pretty good balance.
Okay, we got Joe Bodenbender in there for Shoemaker. Barry back to pass again. He's going to lob it out to Lamberson, one-on-one, and a great tackle by Damian Mays to get a hold of him and wait for help.
That's true, and he came out to air. He closed very fast, but again, we're not covering that split out like we should. I mean, the quarterback just kind of lobbed it out there, and Mays got there in a hurry, but boy, we ought to put a nose on him.
Well, how good a play was that? That was no gain. Now it brings up 3rd and 6 from the 33-yard line. That was a great open field tackle.
It was. Good, sure tackle.
Barry under center, Daft in the backfield with Brant Mercer.
All right.
Whoa!
Too much ball handling back there, and who was he?
57.
All right.
McClory again, 57.
Landis says Chad Flory.
McClory. Chad McClory. That's
Chad
back to
McClory on the bear hug there.
39 yard line. That's a loss of 4 yards. It'll bring up 4th down and the quarterback. We got to watch that. The quarterback, Britt Berry, is the punter.
Yep.
He's standing at his own 50-yard line with Derek Hefflinger. Deep. Holy cow, they almost got to that one too. Hefflinger's waving it off. It's going to take a roll out of bounds.
Touchback.
It's out of bounds. I don't think it went into the end zone.
Oh, for gosh sakes.
I think it's going to be down inside the 5.
Yeah, that is a whale of a punt by the Locos when they just needed it. That previous play, the quarterback was getting kind of cute. Now was taking too much time. He was faking the 2 guys back there, and about that time, here come the Tiger rushers, and McClory bear hugged him. And
great push from up the middle.
Yeah.
Great push. So there's 6:09 left in the second period. The Tigers are 1st and 10 from the 2-yard line.
Yeah, they need a good solid drive. Look for Slee here probably.
I think it's Sager with the ball up the left side. He gets back up.
He's still
running. The tackle is finally brought down up over the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Up over the 10 to about the 13.
First down
14.
there.
That's a first. I think that's going to be a first down.
Oh, yeah.
What a big run that was,
You
Jim.
know, the whole crowd here is probably thinking, well, it's going to be Slee. You know, you're in there tight. You want some yards. Well, it wasn't Slee.
Well, he went behind, I think, Perchlick. He went behind Perchlick and Honacki on that play. Here's Tip Lady under center, barking out the signals. Quick pitch to Slee around the right end. Cuts back inside. Oh, that's going to be some tough yards.
Yeah.
He's up over the maybe right to the 15-yard line.
The locomotive kind of down out there now, so he's being attended to. But, yeah, the coaching staff for the Tigers has always been able to adjust and mix things up. And, you know, you just can't be predictable, Tom. You got to be able to try a little of this, try a little of that. And so far, I think their offense has been pretty effective.
Yes, they have been. They're going to give Slee. They're going to give Slee a yard on that play while they tend to the Montpelier player. 5:37 left in the second period. Tigers still lead 7-0. We'll take a break and come back. Okay, we're back to the action. The injured player was Paul Rohrig from senior. 5'10", 160 pounds. He got off under his own power, Jim. That's good news.
That is. You like to see that.
2nd 9 for the Tigers from the 15-yard line. 5:25 to play. Tip Lady back to pass. It's a screen play to Slee. Slee cuts in, back out to his left side. Still on his feet. Finally brought down past the yard marker. I think he got up to the 24-yard line.
Going to make that a first down too, Spike. And I tell you, he had to kind of go back for that pass. Pardon me there, Tom. I knew as I was coming over here, it's Tom Fry. Tom Fry. With Landis on the camera, and that's only one Spike out of me. So
yeah, I owe you one.
I'll do the best I can.
Okay. Getting back to the action here, we have Slee's run on the screenplay was good enough for a first down. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 24-yard line. 4:55 on the clock, and it is running. Tip Lady handoff up the middle to, I do believe, Sager.
Yeah, has to be Sager. Slee's on he was kind of fading out here in a little bit of a fake pitch.
Mr. Sager got it up to about the 25-yard line. A gain of 1 will bring up 2nd and 9. Tonight, Jim, Mr. Sager's made some nice runs. Some
yes,
real
he
good
has.
runs.
Well, and they're using him like when the whole world's going to be keying on Slee, slip it to Ryan Sager.
Okay, Hefflinger in motion. Tip Lady back to throw to his right. Flips it to Hefflinger. He's caught it. He caught it up, and he falls down, tackled around the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 more.
Boy, if he could have shed those first 2 guys that were there, he'd be running yet.
They did make a nice tackle on him in the open field. So it does bring up 3rd and 3 from the Tiger 30-yard line. 3:48 on the clock and still running in the second period. We have a wideout way left. Looks like Danny Irving.
24 over there, yep.
Handoff back up the middle to Slee. He cuts off to the left side and bulldozes his way.
Close to another first down.
Up to the 35-yard line. That'll be another first down for Liberty Center. They're moving the chains. Clock stop while they move the chains.
This is a great drive here as the first half begins to wind down, Tom.
Yeah.
Considering they started under 2-yard line.
If my memory serves me right, we started at the 2-yard line on this thing.
Yeah.
So we've got it out about 33 yards out of there. Hefflinger on the wing left. Sager and Slee in the backfield. Hefflinger in motion. Oh, Tipley slips a little bit. He throws over the middle. Intercepted by Lamberson. It was tipped by the middle linebacker, and Lamberson picked it off at about the Tiger 47 or 48-yard line.
Yeah, that didn't start out just right. Somehow or other, Tip Lady had a little hitch in his gait as he got away from center.
I think he slipped.
And again, he got ready to pull the trigger toward his receiver out there running a pattern. A blue back got his paw on it, and then another one snagged it.
Well, now Montpelier with the turnover has the ball at the Liberty Center 47-yard line, 1st and 10, 3:06 to go in the second period. This looks like could be a reverse to Lamberson. He's got some running room. Danny Irving's out here. He cuts him back inside. And Weakers finishing off. Nice play by Danny Irving.
Yeah, and also Weakers, when you feel you've got other lateral pursuit coming there with you, Tom, you got to just commit, and then that causes the blocks to go toward you, and then that leaves him for somebody else. But, hey, that looked like that could be a big play for a while.
That's down to the 38-yard line. That leaves 2nd and 2.
Yep.
2:33 on the clock, and the clock moving. Liberty Center defense still intact. Barry, hand off to Deft, right up the middle. He's hit. There's a penalty flag. He was hit by Slee, drove.
Yeah, 77
Weakers.
also had a part of it there. Joe Honacki.
That's good for that's going to be good for a first down.
Face mask is a call there, Tom. That's not good.
That'll be a 5-yarder, I do believe.
That's going to move him.
I don't think it's a personal foul face mask. It'll be 5 yards.
Yeah.
But still, that puts the ball inside the 30-yard line to the 29, gives Montpelier 1st and 10 with 2:19 on the clock. Jim, things have turned around here. We were
had a nice
nearing midfield, and
nice,
the tip pass went into the hands of a good play by the Montpelier defensive back, and it changed the tide of the game here.
And you have to acknowledge that we had an excellent drive going, but things can turn on a turnover.
Have Daft in the I formation. Lamberson. This is Barry back to pass. He's being chased by Hesterman, and he dives for him. He goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Hesterman chased him out of bounds there, and that's going to be
about 32-yard. That's a loss of 3.
Yeah.
They're going to have to give somebody maybe a sack on that one. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to credit him with a sack. It was a tackle for loss, or at least he chased him out of bounds.
We'll have to check with the statisticians over there. They're pretty stingy. That brings up the 33-yard line. 2nd and 14. Clock stopped with Barry going out of bounds. Play call coming in with Brent Mercer, the fullback. Daft in the backfield by himself on Lamberson wide left. Barry back to pass. Oh. That was a correction. That was Britt Moore out to the left side, and the pass was to him on a down and out, a little bit too long.
Seth Weakers and Joe Honacki applying some pretty nice pressure, Tom, and he kind of sidearmed this one out here, and it wasn't as accurate as it needed to be.
Danny Irving on the coverage. Now brings up 3rd and 14 from the Liberty Center 33-yard line. 1:51, and the clock is stopped on the incompletion.
Yeah, the passes don't use much clock, so Tigers just need to hold them one play at a time.
Lamberson and Moore wide out to the left. Barry back to pass, completes it. Out here. Hefflinger hits him, and he falls down to Newell. Down to the 21-yard line.
27, Joe Bodenbender.
Joe Bodenbender, 27.
Wow.
That's down to the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 10, but it still brings up 4th and 3. Timeout on the field. The clock stopped. There's 1:26 to go in the second period. The score, Liberty Center 7, Montpelier 0. Jim, here we go. 4th and 3 from the Liberty Center 21-yard line, and 1:26 to go in the period. I think we're going to have an illegal procedure on Montpelier.
Yeah, I think
it's going to move the ball back 5 yards.
Exactly. That's going to cost them 5 yards. So instead of a 4th and 3, make her 4th and 8. Tiger defense feeling a little better with that.
Yes, sir. It gives them a little more chance to cover. That moves it back to the 26-yard line, brings up 4th and 8 with still 1:26 to go in the first period.
Purdue for Honacki. Honacki running off, and Jordan Purdue coming in for a little defense. Looks like Purdue's going to cover that wide out.
Lamberson's wide top to the right. Wide out right. Barry back to pass. He's looking for Lambert. Oh, the pass is batted down. I think Kyle Hesterman got a piece of it.
Got a paw on that, and that's what it took. It's ball goes over to the Tigers with a minute and 21 ticks, Tom.
Tigers get the ball back. Dodged a bullet on the turnover. 1:21 left in the second period. 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line.
Gotta love that Tiger defense. When you need it, it's there.
Yeah. Jim, I think even there wasn't half bad coverage out in the secondary out there. They might have had Lamberson pretty well covered up.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, here we go. We got Slee in the backfield by himself. We can just about guess who will get the ball, maybe. Yes, sir. Mr. Slee is hitting the backfield. He breaks a tackle and drives up over the 30-yard line for probably a gain of 4. Which will bring up 2nd and 6. Clock running. It's going to go under a minute.
Right to go in the half. Our camera angle had him some green grass. If he'd have just run to us, Tom, run to us, run.
How amazing is it that he gets hit in the backfield like that, breaks the tackle, and goes ahead and makes 4 more yards?
Well, that's just a credit to his strength. I mean, the guy will not go down easy.
Tip lady under center, Slee by himself in the backfield, Sager in motion. Hand off to Sager off the left side. He cuts back up inside. They're hitting pretty good. They're going to give him progress to the 32 or 33, a gain of 2, which will bring up 3rd and a couple, 3rd and 2 or 3. Well, they got 3rd and 5, so about 3rd and 4. 33.6 seconds left. The clock is stopped. Liberty Center called a timeout.
Yep.
So again, we have a timeout with 33.6 seconds to go. Tigers still lead 7-0 with the ball at their own 27-yard line. Okay, Jim, here we go. 3rd and 3 from the Tigers have the ball at their own 27-yard line. 33.6 seconds left. Hefflinger in motion. A handoff to Hefflinger on the... Is that Hefflinger?
Yeah, number 3.
Derek Hefflinger ends up with the ball up to the 45-yard line.
Big running play.
That's a gain of 18 yards and a first down for Liberty.
Now you have to think about filling the air with passes here.
Still 26 seconds left to go. Clock stopped on moving the chains, which are moved very slowly. Tip lady will
down the
ball to stop the clock with 22.6 seconds left. That'll make it 2nd and 10 from the Liberty Center 45-yard line. Jim, in the first half here, Liberty Center has done a nice job. Last week, Mr. Josh Daft scored 4 touchdowns, had an 82-yard kickoff return. And Mr. Barry, the quarterback, he passed for 173 yards last week. The Tigers have done a pretty nice job on this explosive offense.
Well, they have indeed, Tom.
The tip lady back to pass, fakes into the line. Long throw over the middle, wide open. I think that's Tate Sway. Tate Sway has the ball. He spins and turns his way down to the 28-yard line for a gain of 26 yards. And the clock will stop with 13.3 seconds left.
Yep.
Till they move the chains.
Right, till they set the chains. There's a play already called. He's at the line of scrimmage. Everybody's in place. Here we go.
Clock's still not running. Tip lady under center again. He will down the ball to stop the clock. That'll make it 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. 10 seconds, Jim. 29 yards. I'm not sure if they have. I haven't been keeping track of the timeouts. I'm not sure if they have anymore.
Yeah, I don't know where we're at on that either, Tom. But you know, on this series right here, you'd think when he'd go over to the line of scrimmage, he'd get about 3 plays in a row, because that really cost almost a couple ticks to down that ball.
The big key is if you get a first down, it will stop the clock to move the chains. Tip Lady, back to pass, rolling right. Throws over the middle. It's going to be incomplete down around the 12-yard line. Now, that was a good play, Jim. That would have, if that was completed, that would have stopped the clock on the moving of the chains, and they at least got back to the line of scrimmage. You got one more play.
Yeah, and we've got that in our field goal arsenal from the 25 or the 15-yard line there. I'm sure we've got that kind of distance.
That'll bring up, they got 2nd and 10. I think it's 3rd and 10. He downed the ball one time.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 29 with only 4.3 seconds. I would have to think this is just about it.
Could be.
There's going to be one last shot to the end zone. We'll see what happens. Tip Lady under center again. He's back to pass. A long lob to the corner. Almost intercepted Danny Irving.
Yeah,
knocked it away from him, but that will stop. That will be the end of the first half.
Tom, Dan Irving had his man beat, and he was signaling for the ball over his head because he could have streaked to the end zone, and Tip Lady could have delivered, but he just sort of put it up there soft, and as it was, then it was covered.
Well, anyway, as it is, that's the Tigers run out of time on the 29-yard line, but they go into the locker room leading 7-0, and we'll wait for the second half to come about.
Yeah, the defense was, I think we're still live, Tom, but the defense seemed to be up to every challenge. There was times when Montpelier had a pretty good drive going, and they were, really putting the Tigers backwards, but then the defense would come up with the big play when they needed to, and so as you say,
one of the big keys in a close game like this is the Tigers have not, well, they did turn it over one time on a pass, but that was a deflection. But they have been taking care of the ball and haven't let, last week, I think Hicksville fumbled the ball, turned the ball over 4 times against Montpelier, and it caused, I think it caused for a lot of
points,
short touchdowns, a lot of points. So, okay, we'll come back in the second half here, and we'll be back. Well, Jim, we're going to go into the second half here. That was a pretty good half of play. Tigers lead 7-0. We got a few stats here we'll read off. If you want to read them, Jim?
Yeah, okay. On the offensive side there, the Tigers, they had about 130 yards rushing. Divide that up. Slee had 14 carries for 68 yards. Ryan Sager, 6 carries for 62 yards. The time of possession, you probably would expect this, but still good to look at. Liberty Center held the ball for 12 minutes and 40 seconds, and that only gave Montpelier 7 minutes and 20 seconds. On the passing for the Tigers, Tiplady was 15 attempts. No, he was 11 attempts, 4 completions. So he was 4 for 11 for 64 yards. Receiving out there, Tate Slee, 2 receptions for 43 yards, and Derek Hefflinger, 2 receptions for 21 yards. So 203 total yards there for the Tigers, just about double what the Locomotives had. The rushing for Montpelier, Josh, Daft was 7 carries for 19 yards. Britt Berry was 7 carries for 13 yards.
That's passing.
Excuse me. Yeah, on the rushing there, you just had one rusher that really was of any consequence, and that was just about 20 yards. So the Tiger defense was all over Josh Daft. And you pointed out last week he rambled for a lot of yards, Tom.
The funny thing is, last week, even though Montpelier won 49-0, the total yards were 230 for Montpelier and 200 for Hicksville.
Yeah, but plenty of turnovers there by the Aces.
4 turnovers by the Aces, and but they were held by Hicksville to 57 yards rushing. So, they passed for 173 yards. I have a feeling that in the second half, for Montpelier to move the ball, they're going to be throwing it in the air a lot. They're going to be throwing the ball, and we're going to have to be doing a lot of pass defense.
And the stat people had Britt Berry, their quarterback, 13 attempts. They completed 7 of them for 89 yards. So the Tigers had pretty good defense there the first half, and the scoreboard stands 7-0 in favor of the Tigers. On the tackles there, Perchlick, 6 tackles. Irving, 5 tackles, most of those in the secondary, flagging those passers down. Damian Mays, 4 tackles, and Tate Slee, 4 tackles.
Okay, Jim, we're going to get ready for the kickoff here. Liberty Center, which won the toss and deferred, will receive for the second half kickoff. And back for Liberty Center,
number 7.
Damian Mays is on the far side, and
number 3.
Derek Hefflinger is on the near side here. Jim, like we said earlier, this is a big game for both these teams because it's going to get into the rough part of their schedule.
Yeah, well, halftime's always a time for adjustment, and good coaching always comes to the top, Tom. You find out, well, what did work in the first half, or what can they do to stop what was working for them.
Okay.
Tiger offense gets their first crack at it.
Here we go. Line drive kick's going to come down to about the 23-yard line. Derek Hefflinger with the ball. Makes a cut back to the inside. Drives up to about the 33-yard line. Is the game return of about 7 or 8 yards for Derek. Gives Liberty Center the ball at their own 29-yard line, 1st and 10.
Kind of interesting, I think, Tom, how he didn't put that ball on a tee. He laid her down just like a...
I didn't even notice that,
Yeah, just
Jim.
like a cupcake there, and that way he wasn't going to get any air under it.
Okay, 1st and 10, Liberty Center. Hefflinger on wing left. Slee and Sager in the backfield. Hefflinger in motion. A handoff to Tate Slee. Right up the middle. He cuts. Drives, knocks a man over finally. Drives up over the 45 to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of about 14 yards. That's going to be a first down for Liberty Center. How about that, Jim?
How could that be surprising to Montpelier when you know that our run offense prefers seemingly that inside stuff to Tate Slee, and he got a good run and start through the line of scrimmage, and 2 guys had a shot at him, didn't seem to want him back there.
Okay, it's first down for Liberty Center. Tip Lady under center. Hefflinger in motion. Hand off to Hefflinger. Spicer out in front of him. He's got the corner. Cuts back up in and brought down up around the Montpelier 45-yard line. That's a gain of 45. It's a gain of 8 yards.
Yeah, you're right. Joe Spicer, number 69, senior guard, pulling and getting out there and cracking on that corner to get Hefflinger a little room.
Jim, we have a penalty tacked on here. There's going to be a face mask against Montpelier, a 5-yarder, which is going to take it down to the Montpelier 41-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, Liberty Center. Boy, he had the corner quick, Jim.
Yes, he did.
Guard out in front of him, and you got the guard out in front of you around the end, and nobody's there. You're in trouble.
Well, if the guard can make contact out there, and he did, and Hefflinger quick to get right off that block.
There's Tip Lady under center again. A handoff straight up the middle to Slee. Veers to his right. Not by his own choosing. I think it was jammed up in the middle, so he cut it off to the right.
Yeah, Spike.
Big Quigley's in there at one of the tight ends now.
Tom Fry.
Yeah.
It's very early here in the second half, but I can't help but notice how that offensive line for the Tigers is firing off that ball.
They sure are, Jim. It's going to make it 2nd and 10. Tip Lady. Handoff to, got to be Slee.
Yep, 25. But that offensive line is, they're rocking right now.
He drives up over the 35 down to the 33. That's a gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, this has to be tough for the Locomotives. They had time to think about how to stop the Tiger run game, and Tigers are just plain running it right down their throat now.
I'm trying to check out the center here, Jim. I think it's Brandon Stacy. Tip Lady. Hand off to Slee again on the delay. He gets up to about the 30-yard line. That's going to be real close to a 1st down. I'm not sure. They might have to measure that. That'd be Weekers and Spicer at the guards. Like I said before,
Yeah,
Stacy at the center.
Okay.
Honacki and I think Philip Miller, I do believe, at the other tackle. They're going to have a measurement here, Jim. It's either going to be a 1st down or 4th down in less than a foot, or less than a yard at least. Stretches the chain out. I think he's got it.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. He got a 1st down at the, we'll call it the 31-yard line. Liberty Center gets, I think that's about their 3rd 1st down after the halftime.
Yeah, it's a pretty nifty start to the second half here. Tigers gaining possession on the kickoff and just plain moving the ball here.
Hefflinger in motion. Handoff to Hefflinger. He's got Weekers out from him. He cuts back up inside. Oh, he's gang tackled. Up around the, they're going to give him progress to the 25. Jim, that's a gain of 6 more yards.
Yeah, Weekers and, 23 coming around there.
Sager.
Yeah, Ryan Sager had, good blocks. Sometimes blocks aren't pancake blocks where you totally knock them on their butt, but, kind of screen blocks.
Yeah.
And that all helped. Hefflinger packing that mail in a good way here.
9 minutes to go in the 3rd period. Hefflinger in motion. Tip Lady, hand off to Tate Slee off the right side.
Big
to his right. He cuts back, runs over 2 or 3 people. Gets down to the 16-yard line. I think that's a gain of almost 9 more yards. And that'll bring up 3rd. Well, no, they're moving the sticks. They're going to give them a 1st down.
Yeah.
So there's 8:46 left in the 2nd period. So Liberty Center's, Jim, they're adding on to their 12:40 that they had in possession time in the 1st half.
Yeah, their offense is looking pretty polished right now. They're executing.
That's Sager in motion. Handoff back inside to, I think it was Hefflinger. They smelled that one out. That was a nice play.
Yeah.
Faked it to Sager that way and then came back inside.
Yeah, he didn't have any blocking coming this way, but they were kind of counting on heavy lateral pursuit by the Locomotives, but it didn't come on that play. But, hey, this Tiger offense is just plain pushing them back.
The defense looked like they stayed at home that time. 2nd and 10 from the Tiger, I think the 15-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the third period. Handoff to Slee. Up off the left side. Cuts back upfield. Dives down to the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 5 more yards. Bring up 3rd and 5. I think a couple plays back there, I said Slee got 9 yards. I think he got a lot more than that. But anyway, this will bring up 3rd and 5 with at the local 10-yard line. Slee the lone back. Hefflinger in motion. Handoff to Slee off the right side behind Hefflinger. He's hit. There's a bunch of flags going on here. Oh, Montpelier's fumble. Well, Jim, Montpelier recovered the fumble. I didn't see it, but they recovered it down around the, looks like inside the 5, about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either, Tom, but wow, what a turn of fortune here. The Tigers just plain running her right down their throat. About had her almost to the goal line there. Completely in control, making blocks, hitting holes, and good hard running, and somehow we lost a handle on it.
Jim, I guess we're even. They fumbled down at their 12, so I guess we're even now with Barry under center, Daft and Moore. Daft, a quick throw out to, I don't know, I think it's
24 and 23 on the tackles. Dan Irving and Ryan Sager out there finally smothered him, but looks like he picked up good strong 8 yards on that
Barry's
play.
pass to Moore was good for out to the 11-yard line, which makes it 2nd and 2. Number 5 reporting into the game, Brett Mercer, fullback. 6:55 in the third period, and the clock is running.
Going back to that fumble, I don't even know who the ball carrier was on that.
I don't know either.
What was that over there?
Barry under center, calling the signals. He's handoff to Daft off the left side. He found a little seam. Joe Bodenbender's got a hold of him. Wiegels got a hold of him. He broke a tackle all the way down the sideline. Wiegels finally gets him out of bounds at the Tiger 35-yard line.
Well, that's unquestionably the biggest play for the Montpelier Locomotives there. A good, hard run, and a couple of Tigers over there along the sideline couldn't get him tackled.
Jim, that was about a 55-yard run. He was breaking tackles left and right. I thought a couple people had him. A good play by Weekers to get a hold of him and wrestle him out of bounds towards the sidelines there.
I think Weekers sensed that he was the last ditch effort there by the Tigers, and he did make a saving tackle there.
1st and 10, Montpelier at the Tiger 35. Tigers jumped off sides in the neutral zone. That'll cost them 5 more yards, and that'll bring up 1st and 5 from the 30-yard line.
Yep.
And boy, how things have changed. We were going in what appeared to be a nice long drive, time-consuming for a touchdown. Ends up a fumble and one big play, and they're back knocking on the door.
Exactly, Tom. And a 7-point bulge is really nothing if you turn it over or let them spring a big play. I think Joe Honacki must have got his nose over the line there, wanting to get a piece of them on the other side to the point where they had to flag him for offsides.
Well, the Tigers are going to have to stiffen up here. Barry under center. Fake to Daft. Little screen play. Oh, he's throwing it deep. Lamerson's got it. Touchdown. He just got into the end zone.
Yeah, Damian Mays on the coverage here, but a well-thrown ball, and the taller receiver was able to get up and catch that ball. Looked like maybe Mays had him pushed out there at the coffin corner, but not so, according to the official, Tom.
Barry to Lamerson's good for 30 yards with 5:48 to go in the second period, and the bad news is that this kicker, Eric Thompson, who's a junior, was 7 of 7 last week on extra points.
Yeah,
so we'll see what he's got.
Yeah, we almost blocked a couple punts already.
Here, up, and the kick is
good.
Well, he's 8 for 8. That ties her up. 7-7 with 5:48 to go in the third period.
Yeah, well, everybody hold on to your head. It's a brand fresh ball game here,
Brand new
Tom.
ball game. Jim, let's see if we can't get some of our sponsors in here. Dave's Auto Service with Dave Perry. Tiger Shop with Bob and Julie Shaddy. Railside Meat Market with Bob Miller. Holgate Metal Fab with Jeff and Todd Spangler. K&K Collision with Kyle Kern. State-of-the-art body work and all mechanical work. Henry County Bank with Bill Wendt, with locations throughout the county. Swanton Welding with Ryan Norm and the other Norm Zeider. Dugout with Steve and Catherine Parasini. Hills Asphalt Paving with Randy Hill. Trucker's Paradise with Lynn and Jerry Ripke, open 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. and are 57 kinds of wonderful homemade pies. Sky Bank and Liberty Center. Pizzanola Pizza, Pizzanello's Pizza, Craig and Sherry Myers, featuring twice per day buffet, 11 to 2 and 5 to 8. Home and a slice to go for $1. Spees Trailer Court with Rick Spees. B.A. Miller, Sons Trucking with Norma Miller. L.R. Babcock Plumbing and Heating with Bill Tapletti and Dan Francis Brown. Davis Farm Service in Delton Liberty Center. Grandma Karen, Uncle Kurt with Kelly and Todd. Liberty Center Consulting Group with Mark the Captain Bly and his wife Jody.
Okay, Tom, we're about ready for the kickoff here on a tie score, 7-7. Notice how they don't tee it up. They just kind of lay that thing down like an egg and
squibber down the squibber on the ground. There it goes. Squibbs and Kyle Hesterman will jump on it at the 35-yard line. Jim, we're going to find out. That has to be a big pep for the Montpelier squad to.
That'll put starch back in there wherever they need starch, but we're hoping it's only temporary because the Tiger on time of possession, and think of that last drive. They took the opening kickoff of the second half, took her all the way down to the 2 or 4 yard line or something.
10 or 11 yards. Yeah.
So we just got to hang on that ball.
Okay, we have 1st and 10, the Tigers from their own 35-yard line, 5:46 to go. Hand off to, I do believe, Sager, or is it Slee?
Sager.
Sager, the ball carrier. I don't think he's going to, there no gain on that play. Well, they're going to give him a 1 yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 9. Well, the only way they'll get the momentum back is a couple first downs. They need to put something together. If they punt it right back to them, then the momentum really swings. Okay, it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 36-yard line. Tip lady under center. Hand off, that's to Tate Slay. Right up, straight through the middle. Cuts over to the right.
About 13 yards on that play.
He's up over the 45 to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 12 yards, which is going to be, just as we said, Tiger first down.
Yeah. You know, Tigers had a couple drives the first half and didn't get points for them for some reason or another. You know, got right down to it. And this will be the second one, the second half, and when they're seemingly able to move the ball, but they got to get across the goal line.
Hefflinger down here to the bottom of the picture. Tip lady back to pass. He throws over the middle, incomplete. Was intended, I do believe,
Quigley.
For Mr. Quigley?
Yes, sir. Adam Quigley was out there, and he's a big target out there. Somehow or other, though, that wasn't even close.
Well, I had Irving down on the left side, Hefflinger to the right side, and they ran Quigley right down the middle. So
yeah.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the Tiger 48. 4:53 to go in the third period. Hefflinger in motion. Hefflinger with the ball, pulling guard out in front of him. He cuts back up inside. That was Weekers out in front of him.
Yeah.
Nice. He's going to get up over the 50 to the 48, probably a gain of 4, bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, that was taking what was available to him. You know, he followed his interference there, Weekers, and got what he could.
Yeah, very patient run. That was a good run.
Well, it has to be under control because we got to maintain control of the ball here. So whatever you do, can't get it
here
up.
We go, 3rd and 6 from the Montpelier 48. Tip lady on the roll. Looking downfield, he's going to keep the ball. He's going to run. I think he's got the first down. Where are they going to mark it?
He does if he stayed in bounds over there. I think that was run all the way because
he's up to the. He's down to the. Are they going to mark it? The 42 or 40? Well, I don't know.
Stepped out a little short, looks like. But
he's down to about the 43-yard line, a gain of 5, and I think it will bring up 4th and 1 from the Montpelier. We'll call it just inside the 43-yard line Well, Jim, another big play.
Oh, yeah. He showed good speed rolling around there, Tom, and I don't think he was thinking pass. I believe that was a run
He got
play.
the long legs. He doesn't look like he's moving, but you can't catch him. Okay, 4th and 1 from the 43-yard line. Handoff to
Slee.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where they're going to mark it. I think they're going to give him down to 32.
I tell you what,
42.
The Locomotives have brought a heck of a charge because they had him stood up
there. Yes, they did.
And it was just that second effort by Tate Slee that
well, we're going to get a timeout here. We're going to get a timeout. We're going to find out. This is going to be awful close.
I can't tell about the spot even, Tom, but boy, they had him stopped initially, and he wasn't about to go down. He kept those legs turning and was able to, I think, get enough for the first down.
He made it. He got just enough. That chain gang's about as good as ours, isn't it, Jim?
Well, there wasn't much they could do there. I mean, he either got it or he didn't, and he did get it. But I get a second effort there because Locos felt they had him. I mean, by rights, they about did have him. But
so here we go. We have 1st and 10 from the Montpelier 42 score, tied 7-7, 3:40 on the clock and counting. Tip lady, we got Mays in here in motion. Handoff straight up the middle to Tate Slee. He bumps and grinds his way down over the 40 to about the 38. That'll be a gain of 4 yards. Will bring up 2nd and 10. Well, Jim,
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. I'm sorry. 2nd and 6.
But good ball control again. But it's quite a stretch here to the end zone.
Tip lady under center. Slee in the well, I don't know what they're going to call here. I think 2 guys from there and 1 guy from our team jumped.
Yeah, I believe Blue was in there first, though.
Liberty Center is moving backwards. That's going to be a procedure call, illegal procedure call, which will move it back 5 yards to the 43 and make it 2nd and 11. But good news, it's still 2nd down. It's still 2nd down. Get part of it, then more of the other part on 3rd down.
Yeah, they don't have to get it all at once, but they just got to keep from making mistakes here.
Okay, tip lady under center. Slee, the lone back. Pitch to Slee. Perschlick made a nice block. Slee cuts up inside.
Yeah, Hesterman making a block. Also, Perschlick, and who's their other guy there? Is that Quigley, number 8. Yeah, he threw a nice block there.
They're down to the 39-yard line. That brings up 3rd and 7. 2:20 to go in the 3rd period. Clock is moving. 7-7 tie. Stacy runs up to the line of scrimmage over center. 3rd and 7. Tip lady under center. Sager in Slee. Sager with the ball off the right side. Kick-out block. Sager cuts to the outside, stumbles. Nice tackle out there by Amberson, number 1.
He had that man to beat and just couldn't quite shake him.
He's down to the 35-yard line, a gain of 4. That'll bring up 4th and about 3. 4th and 3 from the Montpelier 30-yard line.
Well, what are you going to do here? Looks like making a few changes here. Hesterman's come in for Dan Irving.
Crowd's on their feet, Jim. This is a big play. Tip lady under center, Slee. Tip lady back to pass. Throws it. Off the hands of Tate Slee.
No, Ryan Sager was the intended receiver there, Tom.
Just off his fingertip.
Yeah, he couldn't quite reach it. The coverage was right on his back, but officials didn't see any contact that they didn't like. So the Tigers will turn the ball over here.
Montpelier gets the ball at their own 35-yard line with 1:19 remaining in the 3rd period.
Now
the penalty hurt them a little bit there. It pushed them back to a 2nd and long, and they just couldn't convert it.
On the last series Montpelier had, they broke that one big run, and that's been their big play of the night.
Barry over center, Moore in depth. The pressure's on. They had him, flushed him out of the pocket. A long pass. Lamberson overthrown. I think in the backfield there, Quigley had a shot at him. He got away from him, and then Hesterman was chasing him.
Yeah, they almost had him for a big sack there, and almost a little out of control. They fell, and he was able to scramble out of that, and then launch a pretty good one out here. Damian Mays on the coverage. Pass not complete.
Mr. Mays has to feel all alone out here with that 6'1" guy leaping for that ball. That's a long ways up.
That's a good point, and a genuine struggle.
Lamberson comes out here wide right with Moore. Barry under center. Daft in the backfield. Daft with the ball.
Got him in the backfield.
They got him in the backfield. I think that's McClory, 57, I do believe.
Yep.
Chad McClory.
First contact there, and then he had help from his friends. A little help from my friends.
McClory's tackle for a loss pushes him back to the 32. Brings up about 3rd and 13. Clock's under a minute, about 45 seconds left in the third period. Reporting into the game is Marcus Newell with the play.
Yeah, you know, as you mentioned, likely that we're going to see a lot of passes before this is over with, and the cover guys out here hoping that the pressure can always be there to make that passer struggle just a little.
There we go. Barry's back to pass. He rolls to his right. Long. He's going to throw it long. He goes. Caught. Britt Moore caught the ball.
Yeah, number 7, Damian Mays there.
Moore caught the ball.
Also had some help, but well thrown ball, and that's what you got there.
Down to the 27-yard line.
Big play for the Locomotives. Tom sets him up a fresh set of downs deep in Tiger territory.
He rolled right. That was a good complete. That's 41 yards for the completion, and more important, it's a first down deep in Liberty Center's territory.
The Loco quarterback really loaded up and
yes, he did.
Launched that.
Well, last week he had 173 yards. That was most of their offense. There's a draw, delayed draw to Daft. Daft cuts up inside. Looks like
54 Weakers and 24 Irving on the stop.
Irving in on the tackle, but he gets down to inside about the 22, about a gain of 5. They'll bring up 2nd and 5. And that's the end of the third period, Jim. Montpelier will have the ball at the Tiger 22-yard line, 2nd and 5 for the first play of the fourth period.
Yeah, Tiger defense has got to find a way to stiffen up here.
Well, Jim, the Tiger fumbled deep in the Montpelier territory. The long run by Daft, and now this long pass. The two big plays have opened it up for him.
Yeah, well, only putting up 7 points in the first half. You know, we had all the numbers on them, doubled their production, yardage-wise, time of possession. We had all that, but just 7 points and a couple big plays, as you mentioned there, by the Locos. And, hey, we got a brand even game, and now momentum to the Locomotives, and they're deep in Tiger territory with a fresh set of downs.
Like they always say, Jim, the only important stat is on the scoreboard, I guess. So.
Yeah, well, there's 12 minutes.
Yes, there is.
12 minutes left.
To go. 7-7 tie.
Would you say the Tigers have won the last 11 in a row against the Locomotives?
Yeah, Tigers have won the last 11 years against the Locomotives, and
I still don't see why that has any reason to change, Tom.
No, we still got a quarter to play. So here we go, 2nd and 5 from the Tiger 32-yard line, 7-7 tie. Barry under center, Daft alone, setback. Lamberson out to the left. Barry flips it to Daft. He bobbles a ball. Whoa, what a hit. That's Joe Bodenbender made first contact. He drilled him. And McClory came in there.
Yeah, 25 Slee in there to clean up, too.
So, Jim, I'm not sure if they're going to give him any gain at all. We're going to still call it 3rd and 5 at the 22-yard line. Boy, Joe Bodenbender came up. It was face-to-face.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and as you say, Daft didn't quite reel that pitch in very cleanly.
No.
He kind of gave her a little bobble there, and that let the defense have just an instant to take a beat on him.
He put in a circus juggling act on that to get it back in. Okay, Moore and Lamberson, top right. Here's roll right by Barry. He's looking downfield. He's going to run the ball. Oh, He cut back up
57, McClory. Somebody had him down low just a little bit, kind of stopped his momentum low, and McClory came in there and just plain leveled him.
Boy, they're going to call that a 2-yard loss. It's going to move it back to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, but it's 4-down territory.
This is going to make it 4th and 7 with 10:50 on the clock and counting.
Yeah, but they'll go for it, Tom.
Oh,
they're in there where they want a first down, they want to control the ball, and they want points.
I look for them to use a little bit more of on 4th and 7. I look for them to use about an 8 or 10-yard pattern.
Yeah,
to get that first down and keep the down box moving. Here we go. 4th and 7 from the 25-yard line. Barry back to throw. He looks deep. The rush is on by Slade. Slade got a hold of him. He gets rid of it.
Yeah, that's going to be intentional grounding, Tom, because he threw that ball over his head.
Do you see a flag there anyway?
Yeah, flag drop. Okay. I mean, he was in the grasp. He was going down, and he flipped it over his head. Wasn't even intended at any receiver.
Tate Slee had a hold of him by the shirt, and he swung him around, got back a hold of him.
But the whole deal is that's loss of down. Tigers are going to get it. It's just a question of where they're going to get it. They got to talk about it.
They're going to talk about it. Here comes the referee. We're going to call. Here it is. Illegal grounding against Montpelier. Loss of down. What is 4th and 7? Anyway. So do we lose 5th down or what? I don't know.
Tigers get the ball, but I think they get a penalty walked off.
They're going to maybe walk off 15 big ones?
Yeah, 5 at least.
I don't know.
They did. They just marked 5 off, I think.
They picked up 5. There you go, yeah. They marked off 5 yards, did they?
Yeah.
That'll bring it up to the Liberty Center 35. What a Jim, they were down to 3rd and short down there. Yeah. And Liberty Center's
Tiger
stiffened up.
Tiger defense got tough when they needed to. They brought everybody on that pressure there.
1st and 10, 10-17 left in the game. Handoff to Tate Slee, back to the left side. Bumps and grinds his way up over the 35 to the 36. We're going to give him a gain of 1. That'll bring up
2 or 3 yards there,
maybe. We're going to give him 2 then. Okay.
Hard-earned yards, though, Tom. But man, you got to love the Tiger defense there. They were kind of reeling there for just a little bit. Big passes. Montpelier was pulling out of their hat, but defense says, hey, that's enough of that. We're going to bring some pressure, and they got him stopped.
2nd and 8 from the Tiger 37, 9:42 left in the game. Tip lady under center. Here's a handoff to Sager. Yeah. Sager runs up over the 45 to the 48. That's a gain of about 11. That'll be another first down for the Tigers, Jim.
Yeah. Yeah, you could just see a couple of blue shirts putting a hit on Tate Slee, but he didn't have the ball. And they can't spare extra shirts. You know, they're supposed to tackle the ball, but you got to stop Tate.
Sager got 11. He was averaging over 10 in the first half. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 48-yard line. Tip lady with the ball. Handoff to Slee. Boy, he just barrels up through the middle. Oh, my. You know, Jim, I said last week he must have been a sore man on Saturday morning. I wonder about the guys tackling him.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. That goes both ways. Those guys, I mean, he's a punishing runner and a good runner because of his speed. When he wants to and has a little open field, he can just turn those jets on. And
Jim, that was a gain of almost 9 yards. Brings up 2nd and 1. Hefflinger in motion. Here we go to Slee again. He's going to... Oh, no, Tip Lady, I think, still has the ball.
Exactly.
Geez, I only thought that happened to Spike, losing the ball. But, boy, you talk about a good fake.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's hard to follow sometimes, for sure, Tom. And all of us felt that here comes Slee right up the gut, as did a few Montpelier guys tackled him.
Tip Lady got down.
Tip Lady's still carrying it out there.
Got down to the 38-yard line for a first down. 8:36 to go in the game, and the clock is running. 1st and 10 for Liberty Center. Handoff to Slee. Oh, he's hit, but he still falls forward up to about the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 will bring up 2nd and 8.
Boy, that's a big guy, that number 65 for Montpelier. How big is he there?
65.
Yeah.
60. Well, that's 65 was 6'6", 200 pounds. That the guy that just run into the game, number 77, is 5'10", 260. He's right over. He's right over to the sophomore, Brandon Stacy.
Anyway, Seth Wiekers made a good block that last play, and it was a lot bigger guy.
Slee with the ball right straight up the middle. He almost looked in motion. He got a quick start on that one. They took it down inside the 32. That'll be a gain of about 5. We'll bring up about 3rd and 3. Well, he looked like he got a quick start on that one, Jim.
Yeah, Brandon Stacy and Seth Wiekers heading to charge on that. They were just clearing a path for him, and they and Slee ended up in the pile out there in the secondary.
Stacy's getting an initiation into the NWAL tonight. Tip lady under center. Hand off to, looks like Slee again. This time he's bottled up. He's stuffed right at well, we're going to give him 1 yard. That will bring up 4th and 2. That's going to bring up 4th and 2 for Liberty Center. Here comes the big 77. Staler. In comes Siebernall, the senior nose tackle, 6'1", 240 pounds. Here we go. 4th and 2 from the Tiger 30-yard line. 6:35 on the clock and moving. Hand off to Derek Heflinger. He cuts off the left side back up field down inside the, he's right about the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 5 and a first down for Liberty Center.
Oh, that's a key first down, and, you know, everybody figured short yardage, it would probably be Tate Slee, the punishing fullback for the Tigers, or Ryan Sager, but nope, we're going to give her to Heflinger, and it worked.
They went around the left side there behind Honacki and I think Perchlick, or I'm not sure who the guard is on that side. Okay, tip lady under center. Quick pitch to Slee. Slee again, he gets outside, cuts back up inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 9 more, Jim. You make it 3rd and 1.
And a nice positive about this, Tom, is that they're using a lot of clock doing it. But they got to get it across the goal line. They can't come up within a yard or two.
They can't come up short again.
No, sir. They got to have points here.
They got a timeout, Montpelier. So we have a timeout with 6:03 left in the game. The score tied 7-7 in Liberty Center. 1st and 10 from the Montpelier 15-yard line. Okay, Jim, let's get some more, the rest of our sponsors in there. Schaefer Truck and RV Sales.
Those people help make this way everybody can enjoy it at home.
There's a lot of good people in Liberty Center that give for things like this. Schaefer Truck and RV Sales with rentals with Terry and Todd Schaefer on Road 10 between C and D. Miller Brothers Trucking in Napoleon with Skip Miller. Eon Industries with Judy Leininger and Dawn Bender. Mitchell Farm Equipment with Tom, Pat, Barb, and Mike Mitchell. Meyer Baden Hop Insurance Agency with Glenn in the Napoleon office. Bob and Marge Jurassics in Liberty Center. Ken and Robin Carpenter. The Liberty Center Athletic Booster Club. John Slagle in the memory of Donnie Sharp for those stinking rotten, no good yellow flakes, which we do not need right now. We don't even want to talk about that. Well, anyway, we'll get back to game. There's 6:03 to go in the game.
Yeah, Tigers
are tied 7-7.
And they're on the 15-yard line with a fresh set of downs.
Fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 at the 15. You know, Jim, Slee is a kind of running back that, as the game goes on, he gets stronger. And you'll see a lot of guys, they fall off of him when they try to tackle him, more than they usually do.
Yeah, they just, you know, try to arm tackle him, but it won't work.
Okay, here we go. Tip lady under center. Slee and Sager in the backfield. Quick pitch to Slee to the left side. He cut back to the... Oh, he fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball. I don't know who got it.
Montpelier. I think Montpelier ends up with it.
Number 5, Brent Mercer with the recovery at the Montpelier. Looks like go just over the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Slee rolled, or didn't roll. He was knifing over there at that corner spot, and somehow or other lost a handle on it. I'm not sure whether a loco defender was able to punch that out of there or what, but a loose ball, and Montpelier
1st and 10. Montpelier
gets out of the noose.
The 20-yard line with about 6 minutes to go. Daft cuts over the right side. He's brought down. He wiggled away from a couple tacklers, and I think Bodenbender was the one that got the tackle. He's up over the 25 to the probably 26-yard line, gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 3. They're going to call it the 27. 5:36 to go in the game, the clock running, and Montpelier just used a timeout, so they're down 1 at least.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a long ways to the goal line, but they can fill the air with passes. We got to come up big.
Lamberson and Moore to the left. Daft the lone setback. Barry rolls left, throws, caught by Moore. Caught by Moore.
Hefflinger on the defense out here, but a perfectly thrown ball, and well, a big play. Moves the sticks and
up to the 43-yard line. And that'll be a locomotive first down with 5:09 in the contest. That was a 10-15-yard gain, Jim.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the Montpelier 44. Clock still moving, under 5 minutes to go. Barry with the ball, drops straight back. He looks downfield. Oh, he's got a hook. He throws, and it is off the hands of Moore again, down at about the 35-yard line. He was open, Jim. He overthrew him a little bit.
Well, I don't even know that he overthrew him. He hit him right in the hands with it. I don't know why he didn't catch that, but we're glad he didn't. Hefflinger out there on good coverage. But the Montpelier receiver had the edge because of his cut. You know, he had the sideline for protection, and the quarterback hit him in the midst.
Barry did a nice job of dropping back and stepping up in the pocket and finding some room to throw that ball. Barry under center, Daft in the backfield. Lamberson and Moore top right. They're going to draw a play to... There we
57.
Go. Chad McClory was in the backfield to drop Daft on the delay. It looked like a draw play.
Yeah.
He came to the left side here, but McClory knifed through and dropped him. At the 44, they're going to call it no gain. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
4:30 and counting in the game.
They've got to
7-7.
They've got to get them to use up their downs, because certainly Montpelier is going to consider everything probably about 4 down territory.
It looks like Lamberson and Moore to top right, Daft in the backfield. They're going to go roll out to the right. They're keeping him in the pocket. A penalty flag. Throws the ball deep.
Come on,
it's a jump ball. Incomplete. We got a penalty flag. We're going to have holding back here.
I think so. That came out early.
We're going to have something here.
This Tiger defensive line that brings all that heat.
McClory's clapping his hands. He thinks it's against Montpelier.
They couldn't keep the Tigers out long enough without resorting to some kind of a hold.
We're still waiting for the call. The officials are talking it over. We're going to have a holding penalty, and that's from the spot of the foul, and that was 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Make it 4th down.
They'll use the down and make it 4th and 10, and Montpelier's going to punt. Okay, now we got to remember that the quarterback is the punter, so we'll keep an eye on him. Hefflinger back at about the 30-yard line. 4:05 to go in the game. Score tied 7-7. Liberty Center appears to be getting the ball back with a chance to put it away, Jim.
Yeah, well, they're in there tight, so it looks like they're serious about punting.
He's going to punt it. It's over Hefflinger. Oh, he caught it back at about the 20. He's coming to the right side. Cut. There's a flag. There's going to be an illegal block, I do believe, on the return. Hefflinger carried it back about 4 or 5 yards, but there's a flag on the play. We're going to have an illegal block of some kind of push or illegal use of hands of some kind, which will be probably 10 yards from the 25, 24 to go back down to the 14, 15-yard line.
Boy, a great catch.
There it is, illegal block.
A great catch by Derek Hefflinger.
Yes,
it looked like he wasn't going to be able to get to that. He kind of flagged her down over his shoulder. Otherwise, that would put the Tigers a lot deeper.
Jim, I think he's an outfielder on the baseball team. That's about what it looked like. He came back and made the catch over the Willie Mays type catch over his shoulder.
Yeah, well, it was fearless because, you know, here comes the football, and here comes all these blue shirts down there wanting to take his head off, and he caught the ball first, and then he began to advance it, and then all that melee comes.
Okay, we're going to set this up
block.
here, Jim. 3:54 to go in the game. 7-7 tie. 1st and 10 for Liberty Center from their own 15-yard line. We'll see what they do in their own zone there. Here's a handoff to Slee up the middle, off the left. Well, off the middle, then he veered to his left up to about the 18 or 19 yard line, a gain of 3 or 4 yards. Will make it 2nd and 6, clock running under probably, by the time I'm done talking, 3:30.
Yeah, that was kind of a nice play. We've seen a lot of that tonight. You notice he gave the quick pitch fake out there to Sager rolling around to the left. Well, if they pinch it in too tight, that'd be a good play.
Tiplady back to pass. He rolls to his left. He's going to run with the ball. Makes a nice cut upfield. Oh, shoestring tackle by Montpelier, but it's still up to about the 29-yard line, gain of about 10 yards. More important, it stops the clock while they move the chains, so 3:13 to go in the game.
Yeah.
And Liberty has a first down at their own 29-yard line.
Oh, that's good, smart quarterback in there. You know, anything he could have done.
Yes.
He saw a little daylight coming back this way, and he's keeping his team moving.
Tiplady under center. Slee the lone setback with Sager and Hefflinger on the wing. What do we have? We have I think a Liberty Center timeout.
Okay, must have come from the sideline because that official over there closest to the Tiger coaches comes running out to stop play.
Okay, when we come back, it'll be Liberty Center's ball, 1st and 10 from their 29-yard line with just under 3 minutes to go in the game on a 7-7 tie. Ready? Okay, Jim, 1st and 10 from the Tiger 29. Tigers with the ball. Just under 3 minutes to go. We'll see what they do. They called a timeout. Tipley, Hefflinger in motion. The handoff to Slee off the left side. He barrels his way up over the 35 to the 37, a gain of 8 yards.
Yeah, I don't think you could script this final drive any sweeter than reeling off pretty good chunks of yards on the ground. Tom eating the clock up and moving ever closer to the goal line, and as they have to pinch in, you know, to stop that interior ground game, then you got a chance to do something special.
We have 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2 from the 37-yard line. Tipley, and he barks out the signals. A handoff to Mays. Knifing through for Montpelier. Dropped Mays in the backfield. Back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 3. Loss of 3. That'll bring it now to
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 with under 2 minutes to go as I speak.
They had Hesterman out here as a decoy, like they might try something.
Tiplady under center. Sager and Slee in the backfield. Slee with the ball again. No, Tiplady with it. He goes around the end, knocked out of bounds at the real close to the yard marker.
Yeah, it should be maybe just a little short, perhaps.
Up to about the 37. That's
Tom.
3. That'll be about 4th and 2, I do believe.
Oh, closer than that.
He knocked him out of bounds, stops the clock, but it's 4th and 5. If we give the ball back to him here, with 1:37 to go in the game.
Looks like the punt team's going to come in on this.
Team's coming in. They're not going to take a chance. Who's the punter here we got tonight? Looks like Adam Quigley's back there to punt. Wes Shoemaker went out earlier in the game injured. So Quigley's the punter. Montpelier receivers standing down around he made a fair catch. Newell made a fair catch around the Montpelier 39-yard line. So Montpelier has the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line with 1:30 to go in this game, Jim. Oh, I think we're going to see the ball in the air.
Well, you can bet on that, and I think they've had about enough passes tonight that were pretty successful, so maybe it's time for the Tiger defense to pick one off.
That's what we'd like to see. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Locos come out of the huddle.
Damian Mays and Dan Irving change sides for coverage here.
Montpelier split the receivers. They usually have 2 out to the same side. Barry back to pass. He throws a long bomb way down there. It's going to be out of bounds.
That's a pretty good arm on that quarterback.
I do believe that
covered a lot of yards, Tom.
Danny Irving had him covered along with who came over from the middle? Joe Bodenbender came over from a...
Yeah.
Joe Bodenbender come over from a safety spot to double cover him. And Mays was lone out here with the other white out. So that brings up 2nd and 10 from the 39, 1:25 to go. Score tied 7-7. Okay, break the huddle. They have Daft and Mercer in the backfield. Barry under center. He's back to pass. A quick one out to Lamberson. One-on-one on Mays. Mays gets the tackle. One hands him down, Jim.
Yeah, going to give him 6 yards on that play, but did you see all the cushion he had before that pass came? I mean, we were probably 7 yards away from that receiver.
Well, the thing is, Jim, I think that the clock is still moving, and the main thing is not to give up the big play.
Exactly.
Burdue's in the game there. He's over to Jordan Burdue's over to the left side. Barry hands off up the middle to Daft, and he's drilled in there.
Yeah, 27 finished him. I don't know who's getting up off the bottom there.
Looks like Burdue maybe underneath there.
Okay.
Okay, that brings up actually 4th and 3 now from the 46-yard line for Montpelier with 42 seconds left. They've got a decision to make.
Yep.
If they, we'll be back here in a minute. Score tied 7-7, 42 seconds left. Montpelier 4th and 2 from their own 49. Here we go. Montpelier's going to go for it from midfield. They have 4th and less than a yard to go to get a first down with 42 seconds left. Barry over center. He might just quarterback sneak it. There he goes, right up through the middle. And I think he got it. He went up to the 50-yard line, a gain of about 1, maybe less than 1, but I think that's going to give Montpelier a first down at the 50-yard line with 38 seconds to go. You know, Jim, I don't like to say it, but we might be looking for that word OT, overtime.
Well, we'd much prefer that as just an outright loss.
That's right.
So we got to play it the way it comes up.
Barry under center, Daft in the backfield.
He threw her in the ground.
He grounded the ball. 2nd and 10 from the 50 with 33 seconds left.
Boy,
I'm not sure why he did that, but
you'd have thought they'd have had a couple plays called, but it seems like in high school they want to talk it over after every play. But there's no fans leaving this stadium.
No. I think the one thing for sure that Montpelier wants to do is if they give the ball up, they don't want hardly any time left on the clock.
Exactly.
Okay, Barry under center. He's back to pass. He's going to toss it. Almost picked off.
Yeah, I think
he threw it right into
Whitford,
into a crowd. Looks like Danny Irving was real close there to the 24. Looked like he was real close to it.
Yep.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10 with 30 seconds to go from midfield. Well, if they throw another incompletion, they're going to have to punt the ball to Liberty with just under 30 seconds to go. So here we go, 3rd and 10, Montpelier from the 50-yard line. 30 seconds left, 7-7 tie. Barry back to pass again. He lobs it over, incomplete to Lamberson, a little bit high. Mays on the coverage. Now that brings up 4th down from the 50 with 25.8 seconds left, and they're going to be forced to punt it.
Yeah, they got to put some distance between their goal line and the Tigers' offensive effort here.
Now what you have to do, you have to have a perfect snap and a perfect kick.
All we need is a block and then pick up that fumble and advance it.
Barry's the punter.
A couple times in the first half, we almost did get her blocked.
Barry's a punter. There's a low snap. He's just going to boot it away.
Big punt.
To the corner. It's going to way out of bounds.
Yeah.
Where are they going to mark that at?
Yeah.
Down inside the... He's moving up here about to 25.
There. 25.
He's walking up about the 25-yard line. That's about a 25-yard punt from midfield.
Yeah.
So Liberty has the ball with 1st and 10 from their own 25 with 18.9 seconds left and a 7-7 tie. Well, Jim, what do you think? Are they going to sit on it and go overtime, or are they going to try something?
Oh, I'd like to see him wing one out there and see what can happen. I don't think they've done such a good job of covering our receivers, Tom. So that's always in the back of your mind.
Well, we'll see. Liberty breaks the huddle. Stacy over center. Tip Lady, the quarterback.
Come home with Ben.
Right here.
Slee and Sager in the backfield. Hand off to Sager up the middle. Runs up to about the 30-yard line, or 20, let's say 29 or 30, gain of 4 or 5 yards. Timeout.
Tigers.
Liberty Center, 2nd and 10 from the, well, it'll be 2nd and 6 from the 29-yard line with 10.1 seconds. Rex Lindgren decided to take a timeout. So they must have one last play up their sleeve, Jim.
Yeah.
One last ditch effort. So we'll be right back. The score tied 7-7, 10 seconds. Tigers break the huddle. 10 seconds to go from their own 29-yard line. Handoff right up the middle. I think that was Slee. Gets up to the 33, and I think that's going to be the end of regulation time, Jim. And now we can say it. Overtime. So we'll be back where they'll have the coin flip and decide which end they're going to play on. So the score is tied at the end of regulation, 7-7. We'll be right back for the overtime. Jim, here we go. Overtime, 7-7 tie. Liberty Center was playing defense first, and Montpelier was set up at the 20-yard line and get a fresh set of downs, and they will try to score. Then if they do score, Liberty Center will get a chance to, their chance to score.
Yeah, regular rules in the sense that they have to make a first down, correct?
Right.
I mean, it's live action, and this is the first time for TV5 to be covering an overtime. Tom?
Here's Barry. Back to pass. He lobs it out. Caught. Caught by Marcus Newell in the right flats. He sped down the sideline. It just cut inside the pylon for Montpelier to take a 13-7 lead.
Yeah, he was a little deeper than in the flats, Tom, but he was certainly open. And I mean, that quarterback just threw a perfect pitch out there to him, and he didn't exactly waltz into the end zone, but he had plenty of green grass ahead of him.
Here we go, the crucial extra point. Eric Thompson, who's 8 for 8 on the year, is going to kick it up, and it is, he's still perfect, 9 for 9. Well, Jim, that didn't take long. Now Liberty knows they have to score and get the extra point, or the game's over.
Yeah, they've got 4 downs from the 20-yard line, and they can have fresh set of downs if they can make a first down.
If they get past
but
the
they
10-yard
have got to come up with 7 points,
Exactly.
or else game to the Locomotives.
They have to, they can get a first down. Inside the 10, they will get another set of fresh downs. But yes, it's come right down to Liberty Center having the ball at the 20. And they must score and have the extra point to win, or extra point to tie, or a 2-point conversion to win.
Yep.
So we'll see what Rex Lindgren has in store for Montpelier here.
Yeah, you know, thinking about the whole game, the Tigers' running game for a lot of the game, we were able to run at will. So maybe he'll just ram it down their throat if that works here. And so what if it takes a little longer for the Tigers to score?
Well, we'll have Slee and Sager in the backfield, Tip Lady under center. Derek Hefflinger in motion. Quick pitch to Slee, going around the right side. He's going to be stopped, brought down from behind, about at the line of scrimmage. He did get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's about all, though, and it looks as though he was waiting for a hole to kind of open up over there, but he was beginning to run out of sidelines, and here come the Locomotives on that play.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Montpelier's fired up, Jim. They're fired up. Tip Lady with the ball, back to pass, rolls to his left, throws, incomplete. Oh, dangerously close to an interception. But
Looked like a lot of traffic out there, and anyway, who's out there? Who's that? Is that Quigley?
yeah,
And
Mr. Quigley.
And who was the deep pattern there?
Looked like Hefflinger.
Okay, yep, number 3.
So that brings up the incomplete pass. Brings up 3rd and 10 from the 20-yard line.
We don't have to get it all, but we got to get 10 yards for
Yes,
first
they
downs.
get a first set of downs. Hefflinger in motion. Tiplady back to pass. Looks. Runs to his right, to the sideline. He cuts back upfield. First down. Knocked out of bounds. Down about the 6-yard line. A gain of 14 yards. And a first down.
Don't you just love this rookie quarterback for the Tigers? They're cool as a cucumber there, beginning to run out of downs in overtime, and he just says, hey, give me a block over here, I'm going to pack it.
Boy, he moved up in the pocket, cut to his right, and cut to the outside, and there was a collision down here on the sideline. Okay, first and goal from the 7-yard line, Liberty Center.
Yeah, first set of downs, so no hurry here. Just got to get her done.
Hand off to Slee, right off the left side.
He's in.
Oh, they're going to mark it at the inside the 1-yard line.
All right. So if it takes us another down.
A gain of 6 yards for Slee. Second and goal from the 1-yard line. Jim?
Yeah.
And we still have, if they score, we still have the extra point.
I know it. I'm getting nervous thinking about that already, Tom. But think about it. We've been down in the goal line a couple times tonight, and we can't get it across. So we got to do it. We got 2 downs. We got to have this yard.
We still got to get it in. There's Slee straight up the middle, off the right side. He's got to be in. Touchdown.
Oh, man, if old Spiker was here, he'd be falling out the window right now, Tom Fry.
Yes,
I don't know if we can rope him in. So we're one point away from continuing this contest. Or do you go for 2?
Well, we've got a timeout, Liberty Center. I tell you what, we're going to find out when we come back. The score, 14-13. In the overtime, and we'll see what Rex Lingman decides to do.
We give it to Slee. Was it Slee?
Jim, we're going to find out in a few seconds here. I don't think they should check our blood pressure.
Nobody's taking a breath up here in the press box. You look over at the Tigers, at the fans, and they were just yelling and carrying on. People are biting their nails. What do you do, Tom? You going to roll the dice?
No, he's going to call another timeout. He's going to call another timeout and think about it.
Oh, man.
I got a feeling, Jim, the way it's going here, I just have a feeling he's going for 2.
I think so. I bet he'll go for 2, and I'll even bet you that they score 2.
Okay, that's what we want to hear. Okay, we'll be back here. Score 14-13, and we're waiting for the conversion from Liberty Center to see if they're going to try to tie it or... Well, that was the second timeout. We're going to find out. I think they're going to go for 2, so 14-13. The clock has no time on it, Jim.
All right, Tom, you know,
conversion.
How about a naked bootleg by Tiplady?
No, now Montpelier called a timeout.
All right, how many timeouts you get in overtime?
I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what. This must be a basketball game.
2 apiece, huh?
We'll be right back. Yeah, I think we got this football game's turned into a basketball game. Montpelier called a timeout there to see what kind of formation Liberty Center was coming out with. Liberty Center's coming out with the same formation.
All right.
Okay, here we go. 14-13. This is it. Hand off to Slee up the middle. They stopped him. Slee ended up just short of the goal line. Montpelier stopped him. Montpelier wins 14-13. You got to give Rex credit. He went for 2. He went for the win.
Yeah, in our angle here, we can't tell how close he got, but for all the times we've seen Tate Slee pack that mail, that had to be the call.
Yes, it did.
That had to be the call.
Yes, it did.
Looked as if, he's going to be there, but the officials had a good look at it. They were right there on the goal line, and if Montpelier ever got tough, it was on that one play.
Well, Jim, everybody got their money's worth tonight. We have never seen an overtime game on TV5. We just saw it. Even though it ended up on the wrong side for Liberty, got to give Montpelier credit. They come back in the second half, did what they had to do, and then in overtime, they scored on the first play in overtime, and that set the tone. But Liberty had the chance, and they decided to go for the win and not the tie.
Yeah, well, and you like that thought. You know, like you were saying earlier, a kicker is a relative rookie to the kicking program there, and why not go for that too? In fact, all night long, that offensive thrust on the run was able to get yards. We got yards going this direction, we got yards going in that direction. Once in a while, we shot ourselves in the foot with a fumble, a penalty, a turnover per se, but always we could get yards. I don't know if we were ever stopped on a fourth down, when we rushed the ball. Tom, can you remember that here tonight?
I don't remember that, not right offhand.
But anyway, Montpelier comes up big. They gambled and they assumed, all right, we're selling out for run, and they had her all stacked up there, and, well, they got her done.
It's a jubilant Montpelier team. They go 2-0 now, 1-0 in the league, and they kind of figured they needed that because they're going to go to Big Red Country next weekend to Patrick Henry. They're going to get tested big time.
Yeah.
Liberty Center, on the other hand, drops to 1-1, 0-1 in the league, and they have they got a big test next week too. Evergreen comes to Liberty Center. We're going to find out how really good Evergreen is. I don't know how they did tonight against Delta, but they're a much improved team.
Yeah. Well, what a struggle here tonight at Locomotive Field, and looks as though Tigers should have had some more points there early in the game, but somehow or other it didn't work out that way, and it made it all the way to overtime. And as you say, Locomotives with a big pass play, their first snap of the overtime was able to score, and then they had their kicking program convert. And
well, Jim, I guess it should have, would have, could have, but reality is they snapped the 11-game winning streak of the Liberty Center Tigers, and they also, the 81st meeting of these two teams, they evened the series back up again. 39 wins apiece and 3 ties.
So that's just
we're back even again.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We don't have much more to say here, so we're going to sign off unless you have anything else to say. We're going to call it Montpelier defeats Liberty Center tonight, 14-13 in overtime. And, well, next week, Mr. Whitman will be back, and you'll be back in the saddle with your old partner. So, thank you for putting up with me, and you only called me Spike once, so that's a good night. Twice. Landis says twice.
All right, pleasure doing the game with you here, Tom. And we would have liked the Tigers to come out victorious, but it's high school football, and I tell you, the boys fought a war out there, and they'll have to lick their wounds and do it again next week.
It's one thing about high school football. They leave it all out on the field. Win or lose, they try as hard as they can. And believe me, they don't get paid anything. So, okay. So, we're going to say goodbye here for TV5 in Montpelier tonight, where, again, this final score, Montpelier beats Liberty Center 14-13 in overtime. So, we'll see you next week.